So once again, I totally forgot to film my intro, and I went to go edit everything and realized that it wasn't filmed. So I am actually getting out right now. I went to go start uploading everything, and I am actually at my son's football tournament, which is why I look so lovely today. I've been up since 6 a.m. He had to be on the bus at 6:30, so we've been on the go hardcore. So anyway, today's look is another Halloween on a budget, super cheap, super affordable. All it is, it's mostly your makeup, and then you can put together whatever crazy cool outfit. I suggest wearing all black or whatever. We're gonna do a scary clown. It is in no way glam. This is definitely an ugly, scary, bloody clown. So if you're looking for something glamorous and sexy, this is probably not it, unless you wear a sexy dress with it and you can make it sexy. But this is definitely going to be a creepy look. So stay tuned. And again, reminder, only a few more days left to enter the sleek makeup giveaway. So make sure you guys enter. It's going to be linked on the video. It may not be linked as of yet, but when I get home, I'll go ahead and link it on here, or I'll at least put the link in the description to that video. So yeah, make sure you guys have entered. All you got to do is be subscribed and go comment on that video. So good luck to everybody, and stay tuned for the look. Okay, so I'm going to start off with foundation. I'm just using my Maybelline Fit Me in 110 and 112 because I was almost out of 110. I don't like using those white creams for my face. I only like using really white foundations because those white Halloween cheap creams that you buy usually end up peeling. And they don't set very well, so I like just using a really white foundation and then going over it with a super white powder. In my experience, I've done clowns for my kids and my husband, and this method works really well. Find the whitest foundation you can, and Maybelline Fit Me is super cheap. So I recommend getting 110 and then just going over it with a super white powder, and you'll get your white face. So for the white powder, I'm using this old BH Cosmetics contour palette that I bought like forever and a day ago. And as you can see, that powder, I'm caking it on. It's supposed to be like a translucent powder, but as you can see, it leaves a huge white cast. So I'm literally just taking it on, so that way I get the super white pigment. And normally I wait for my face to dry down a little bit, but because I want the white powder to be super pigmented, I go in right away, so that way the white powder latches on to the foundation and stays as white can be. Dude, it looks so white. I look crazy. I look like a freaking mime right now. Look, I'm trapped in a box, you guys. I'm a mime. What a loser. Well, anyway, I'm going to go in and start on my eyebrows. And basically for the eyebrows, you're going to make almost like a check mark or like a Nike swoosh. We're going to create some weird eyebrows and take it pretty high up, so you have a super high arch. Normally I would take mine up actually a lot higher, but I didn't cover my eyebrows like I normally do. I wanted to make this tutorial super easy so that any beginner could do it. And plus, again, I was filming late at night and I wanted to get this done quickly, and I was super tired and still super sick. So again, just wanted to get this, make this as easy as possible for you and for me. So yeah, you just want to make that little check mark part super sharp at the edge and almost flick it up like a wing. and make that arch super, super sharp as well. And you can use any eyeliner that you like. I just use the black paint to do the outline, and then I'm going in with the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner to fill it in because it's super black and it will stay put all night. And yeah, as you can see, you just fill it in and make it darker. Again, use anything you want. Use liquid liner, gel liner, pencil liner, whatever you're most comfortable with to do your eyebrows. And really with the eyebrows, get creative. Do anything anything crazy you want to do. I just wanted to keep it super easy. And, I really feel to make it super creepy, you want a super high arch. So that's the main thing you want to focus on. Next, we're going to create the guide to where the cuts in our eyes are going to go. I like creating these little, look like you have gashes going down your eyes. So we're just creating the guide for that and making sure they match up. You're going to just draw a straight line down maybe an inch above your eyebrow all the way down to about an inch below your bottom lash line as well. I'm going to create little blood splatter. I'm just using this red paint. You can use lipstick or whatever you have. And I just used a napkin kind of crunched up because I couldn't find any of my little sponges, texture sponges I normally use. So yeah, you can just take a super cheap napkin or a piece of tissue paper and just dab it on there so it kind of looks like splatter. So now we're going to create the little cut marks and create the texture. Normally on my last video I showed you how I do texture with latex and with eyelash glue, but again, it was late, I was tired, I wanted to get it done, so we're going to keep this super easy. I'm going in with the brown paint and putting that more towards the center, just dabbing that in there. It doesn't need to be super neat, and then I take the black paint and go over that as well to create depth and make it look like the wound is deeper in the center part. Again, you don't need to be neat with it at all. And then I'm taking this fake blood and then dabbing that over. And then now we're going to create the black part of the eyes, and I just took a black shadow. You can use any black shadow. I used mine from the Smashbox Photo Mattes eye palette because it's super pigmented, and you're going to create almost like a smoky eye, but it's going to go up at almost a triangle. And again, this is going to be smoked out, so it doesn't need to be neat at all. That's one thing I love about this look. It does not need to be neat because it's ugly. You're an ugly, scary clown. And now you're going to do the same thing on the lower line. What I usually do is just go in super thick on my lower lash line and then start to smoke it out in almost like a V shape into that cut line. And again, doesn't need to be pretty. This is just going to be smoked out and ugly. Like I said, we're keeping things as simple as possible, and ugly doesn't need to be pretty. You know what I mean. So then underneath the eyebrow, I'm going in and bringing that cut line down a little bit and marrying that into the eyeshadow. So you're going to do the same steps. Put the red, put the brown, put the black, and then use a little bit of the blood and just dab that all in there. So that way it brings the cut line down a little bit more. Now I'm going to take a black gel liner and just create a little bit of a glossier look around the eye, and I'm also tight lining my eyes with it as well, just so that my eyes are pretty much all blacked out. As you can see, it just made it a little more dramatic. And to black out my eyelashes, I'm just going in with some mascara. Again, it was late, so I didn't want to add lashes to it, but you can add lashes and make it a little more girly. So now I'm going to go ahead and create kind of like a gunshot wound in the center of my head. I figured might as well have something ugly and gory. And I saw a really cool picture of a girl who had a similar look, and she was my inspiration. I don't know the girl's name. I'd love to give her credit. But I just went in with some eyelash glue to create texture, and then I'm going in with a sponge and that red paint and going over it. And then I'm going to go in with the brown and black in the center where I want it to look a little bit deeper. So the darker colors towards the center are going to make it look like the cut is deeper. And that's just a little trick that I use. And then I go over it with the actual fake blood over it, and then dab a little more black until you kind of get the look you want to achieve. And I'm just kind of going over the latex as well to kind of make it look a little more textured. Unfortunately, my camera doesn't pick that up so well though. So next we are going to work on our nose, and unfortunately my dumb butt ended up covering it up with the camera with the mirror most of the time. But you're going to just create little jagged points when you're bringing it up to kind of make it just look like sharp points. You don't want it like a pretty round red nose, though you can if you want, if that's easier for you. And then you're just going to fill in the tip of your nose with all red. You can use anything you want, red lipstick, red paint, whatever you have at home. And again, we're just going to fill all of that in until it's completely red. All right, now the look's starting to look a little creepy. So now we're gonna work on the mouth, and again, we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna bring that red paint from the corners of our mouth to the outside. And as a matter of fact, I decided to take it really, really high up. We're gonna make this look like our face has been sliced into. And once again, this doesn't have to be neat or pretty whatsoever. So we're gonna make a thick red line, and then in the center of it with the sponge, actually I went over it with the red blood to make it a little more red. And then with the sponge, I am going to create the depth again on the wound. I'm gonna go in with the brown paint and then the black paint as well. You can use eyeshadow or gel liner, whatever you have, and that'll work just fine. And dab that in the center. Again, it doesn't have to be pretty. I can't say that enough. It does not have to be neat or pretty. This is an ugly, ugly look, and that's going to give it a little more dimension. And we're going to keep going until you get the look that you want. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of my lips with this liquid lipstick. It's a Harley Quinn liquid lipstick that I found at Walgreens last year, and around this time, as a matter of fact, and ended up loving it because I'm obsessed with Harley Quinn and Joker. And I didn't realize that I made one side higher than the other, but oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, so there is it all filled in. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the black paint and just connect it to the corners of my mouth. And then on the inside of my lips also, I'm going to take that black paint and just go around the inside of my lips to make it match the little cut lines. As you can see here, it's all going to blend together a lot better. So that's pretty much it for the look. You can actually take this down the neck and do some slice wounds on the neck and put a little bit more detail if you would like, but again, I just wanted to make it easy for everyone. I just threw in some red and blue hair extensions that I had in a black outfit, and voila, creepy clown. I wanted to keep this as easy as possible for everyone, including myself. So I hope you guys liked it. If you recreate any of my looks, don't forget to tag me in them. I cannot wait to see what you guys do with this. So yeah, don't forget to check out my other video to enter the giveaway if you haven't already. Alright guys, I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day and Halloween if I don't talk to you by then. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.